What is up, epic people of the internet? My name is Nate and welcome to my review of the PC version of Tom Clancy's The Division closed beta. At the top of your screen, you'll see the various topics that will be discussed in the review. Feel free to jump around to the different topics as you wish. Before we begin, I just want to state that many of these experiences that I'm going to discuss in the game are without a group of friends playing with me and utilizing the group system. Nonetheless, let's jump right into it. In the beta, you get to play what appears to be the first two main story mission objectives. The first is heading from the opening cutscene to help defend a forward operating base near Madison Square Garden, and the second being entering Madison Square Garden to rescue a lead scientist/doctor who has been taken hostage by faction members. The doctor you rescue will help you rebuild the medical wing of the forward operating base that you previously secured. Granted, these are only two basic missions that are put in the beta to give players the idea of what the story playstyle will be. These missions do worry me. Sure, they are fun to play, I gotta shoot some people, and they seem to progress the story with the cutscenes in between. However, they were the typical Ubisoft missions. In every single one of their games, the main story missions involve traveling to a location, killing a pack of baddies, and then walking out like nothing happened. The formula works for your standard shooters, but not in the third-person RPG that The Division is. In between the main story missions, you are free to explore the large-scale map of New York City. There is of course a limited area in which you can travel in the beta itself. However, what I was able to see looked terrific. Graphics looked great even with my toasty graphics card, and would seem to have many different places to explore and small things to do. For instance, subway entrances scattered the map, which were cool to look at but lacked very little purpose to the game, as nothing appeared to be down the few I explored. It's an RPG, Ubisoft, give me things to loot. However, the remaining areas of the map that were not explorable in the beta seemed to be massive, most of which appear to be the clearing of faction/bandit groups, with various other scenarios like hostage rescues and decontamination jobs. The only issues I had with these encounters were their easiness. I blatantly avoided using combat tactics typical to third-person games such as the covert tactic to try and clear one of these, and succeeded way too easily. The Dark Zone was my favorite part of the beta experience. You enter into this contaminated area and enter a multiplayer PvP world. You can either work with other agents to secure extraction points or become a rogue agent to murder everyone at these extraction points. The area was extremely fun when part of a group, even one that had little communication. While this was the most fun part of my experience, just like the story missions, the Dark Zone seemed to be a very repetitive process. You secured an extraction point, shoot some AI, get killed by a rogue agent, or become a rogue agent and die. And pretty much you just repeat that. Similar to the free roam map, it had cool areas to explore but lacked real adventure. The playstyle of the Dark Zone reminded me a little bit of DayZ. You just help others, or begin a PvP fight after you loot up a bit. However, because of the Division's ridiculous amount of bullets needed to kill someone, the whole PvP aspect is ruined because it comes down to who has more players in the squad compared to being more skilled. Controls as a whole were very easy to learn and use. The issue I had with the controls themselves was the functions of some keys were switched from your traditional games. However, this is simply a personal preference and can obviously be easily rebound. The hologram style interface that was attempted with this game is a great idea, but sadly due to the massive amounts of things to click and key options at the bottom of each menu, it really made the interface clunky as fuck. Some of the options and interfaces were not entirely intuitive either. I feel like a game's interface should be able to be picked up almost entirely by the third time you open it. The Division interface took a few more attempts and frustrated me because of how unintuitive it was at the beginning. Let's start with skills. Skills are the abilities that affect your in-game playstyle the most. These are the abilities that you get to use by pressing Q and E. For instance, I used a riot shield, an enemy scanning ability, and a detonation grenade launcher during my playtime. These skills seem to offer many different playstyles, which add a cool concept to the game, and I look forward to seeing how the additional skills work. Perks were sadly disabled in the beta, which seems stupid to me since these simply seem to be the standard tree traits that you unlock as you level up. Leveling occurred quickly and was straightforward. Basically, you do encounters and missions and you level up. Overall, these skills, perks, and leveling seem to be your generic RPG systems, and didn't necessarily offer a ton of new concepts, making The Division not much different. In conclusion, Tom Clancy's Division closed beta was entertaining to play, but sadly did not live up to the hype it received years ago after the first trailer showing. The concept is incredibly cool, and under a different developer, it could probably have been made into a great game. But Ubisoft will give you the same game every time. no matter what series the game is in, and this pretty much makes this game, in my opinion, not worth buying. If you're looking for a fun shoot 'em up game with some extra exploration with buddies, get this game, and if you got the money, why not, right? But if you expect to spend more than 20 hours or 3 weeks playing the game, you will severely be disappointed by what appears to be a quickly repetitive game. Have you played the Division closed beta or alpha? What do you think of the time you played? Leave your thoughts and comments below on anything I might have missed or gotten wrong. Make sure to punch that like button and subscribe to this channel for more gaming greatness. Once again, my name is Nate, and we will see you epic people next time.